Hi, in this lesson we're going to show you how to play the grid for the key of B flat and G minor. So go ahead and pause the tutorial, grab your music sheet and tune up your ukulele. Okay, so grab this music sheet, pause the tutorial, tune up your ukulele, and come on back. We'll get started in about a second. Okay, so we're going to show you how to play the grid for key of B flat and G minor. Now, I did mention earlier that the key of B flat is kind of a semi-popular key to play in, more so because as a learner, student, musician, ukulele player, whatever, gets better at playing chords and understanding B flat. When you start playing melodic lines, melodic lead lines, it's a little more interesting. It's just that the way the ukulele is set up in the key of B flat, basically, and it being an instrument, there's certain keys that sound better than others. B flat for the ukulele is an interesting key because not so much when you're playing in the major key, but it does sound interesting, but more so when you're playing in the minor key of G minor. It just has an interesting flavor to it when you're playing, and I'll talk about that in a few seconds. But first of all, at this point you want to be comfortable with playing all your positions in the B flat major and G minor grid. Okay, I'm not going to cover it way up here. I'm mostly going to cover it down here, but basically you can apply the same concept down here to up there and it'll be fine. But just in case, hopefully you're comfortable in this section. If not, you should definitely practice and review the previous sections. Now, it's very important in this lesson that you understand this concept and you understand this concept and how they both work together. Okay? If not, then you won't understand what I'm trying to teach you and how to really get the most out of playing by combining the two ideas or the informations from both this family of chords and the entire grid for B flat major. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just play a 1-4-5, 1-4-5-7. That'll be B flat to an E flat to an F7. Okay. Once again, B flat, E flat, F7. Okay, and basically that's the 1 E flat, the 4 E flat, and then the 5-7 F7. Okay, so and I'll play some basic, just basic little melodic lead lines. So B flat, E flat, F7, and back to the B flat in the 1 chord. Here we go. That's the 4 E flat, F7, back to the B flat, starting from the C note, 3rd fret. E flat, F7, first position, so all the notes that I was playing is basically it was from the B flat grid located in the first position, and then I moved up to about, I believe that was the 1, 2, maybe the 3rd position. Over here where I was using the C, D, E flat, D, C. Back down here to B flat, G, B flat. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to utilize the techniques we talked about leading up to this, and a lot of them, the techniques are just review, like sliding from a F to a G, sliding from a B flat to a C, sliding from a C to a D. Okay, and let's see, your vibratos. So here's a G note, up and down or left to right, sideways, and then your hammer-ons. For instance, B flat to C, and then your pull-offs, C to B flat. Hammer-on is hammer pluck, come down. So you're coming down with the hammer on as soon as you pluck it. See that? Pluck it and come right on down. Hammer on. Don't forget the vibrato. Or the pull off, which is you're plucking it, pulling the string off. So you pluck it and then pull off the string. So what I'm doing is this. I'm not playing with the right hand, just the left hand. You're pulling off, okay? There's things like trills where you can go B flat to C. And that all it is the dexterity in your ring finger. So the more you work it out, the stronger your ring finger gets to do that. In fact, if you work all your fingers out like that, you can do more things with it. Okay? A bending note. Bending note, and you usually see that, for instance, like right there, when you see two notes together, not all the time, but when you see two notes together, you can bend a D to an E flat and back down. So in other words, I'm playing my D note on the 5th fret, bending up to E flat, back down. Okay? You can use like your fingers. So what I'm doing is using my second finger and my ring finger, both are pushing, these two are pushing up to give it help. So let's say and then it sounds best if you maybe use it in conjunction with like a little line. Okay? Okay. So for instance, here's a B flat, 2 in the F7. Now I'll just play that line I just showed you. So it is F7, 1 to 5/7, back to the 1. Okay. Okay, now quickly I want to show you some stuff in G minor. So in G minor, it'll be 1 minor, 4 minor, this is C minor, 5/7, D7, and I'll just play a simple melodic line. That's all I did. D minor, sounds interesting. C minor, 4 minor, D7, 5/7, same thing. Sounds neat, doesn't it? Now I'm going to do a bending with that. C minor, and then a D7 bending with it. Okay, and there's other things you can do, but it sounds interesting, especially with the G minor. So the D minor key is really interesting when you're applying things. So keep that in mind. Please go through the chords, the family of chords, in any combination that you want. I would not include the diminished chord, but go through the family of chords in several combination of chord sequences, and then any notes that you play in the grid, any sequence, any technique that you'd like to try is going to work. So try that out. Back up the tutorial, listen to it several times. You're not going to get a lot of information just listening to the ones. You will have to listen to this lesson several times. Okay, and by all means take notes on what you do. Keep the melodic lines you do like, and discard the melodic lines that you don't like. Okay, so with that being said, and don't forget, when you get a chance, to create your own melodic lines on your blank template for your grid. Okay, and then make copies of these as much as you want. to create your own melodic lines. And then when you are ready to move on to the next lesson, we shall see you then.